Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah from Texas, and this is our place to chat all the latest celebrity news, reality TV, Jeff Lewis Live, so much to chat about. Oh my gosh, I just popped 3 Advil. If that won't make you feel old, I mean, really, what are we doing? If you're not icing something on your body, pop an Advil, complaining to your doctor, your friends, telling them what doctor's appointment you have next. I mean, who are you? Who are you? Because that is my reality lately. So, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I shared that I went to take a walk yesterday, and I don't know, I've got, plantar fasciitis in my left foot. Don't have it in the right foot right now, but I do have blah, 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 tendonitis. I forget all the words. In my right foot, clearly 2 bunions in both, each foot I have a bunion. And so I did stop about 40 seconds into my walk and was stretching my calves on the side of the curb. So that's all I can think I did. This excruciating pain. And I've had it be big toe was messing up, like something was hurt, and went away pretty quickly. So I don't know what this was. I literally had to turn around and go home. And then I was walking. So it happened underneath my big toe on my left foot. So now I'm walking on the outside of my left foot. Hobbling is more the word. Hobbling. It's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for joining live. It is always more fun. Please get comfortable in comments. We love to hear what you think, where you're from, what your opinions are, your questions. As you can see, there is a StreamYard.com link down there in case at the end of the show that you want to come on live with me and ask a question or tell a comment. I would love it. If you're over on TikTok, thank you so much. Make sure you're tapping the screen. I would really, really appreciate it. If you want to get comfortable in comments, pop over to my YouTube channel at Sarah from Texas Podcast. Yeah, it kind of is, right? Cecile's like, our feet are everything. So I'm going back again to the podiatrist tomorrow to see, because somebody on one of my videos said maybe it's gout. Well, it never even dawned on me that it could be gout. I figured it was like a torn, like a sprain something, because I can't really move my big toe up and down very much. Definitely can't put pressure on it. When you step off of your foot on your big toe, I definitely can't do that. Already had to text my friend and say, look, I'm probably out for body pump for the week. Like, I got to see what my doctor says. It's so annoying. But, I have been resting. I have been icing. I have been stretching, doing all the things. It's so annoying. Yeah, Dee says, foot pain is the worst. My neighbor got flare-ups like that till she had her bunion surgery. She ended up on crutches a couple of times because she simply couldn't put any weight on it. Oh my gosh. And I don't want to be that girl. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hoping if nothing else, I don't want it to be gout, because that just sounds, I don't know. I look at gout, I'm like, what? But I don't have the redness or the heat of gout. But of course, then I Googled, can you have gout without the redness or the heat? And they're like, yes. So I guess gout is something about some uric acid that builds up in your system. So then I realized, like a week and a half ago, I got my blood work drawn so she could check my cholesterol. And, there was something on there that was weird. I need to go downstairs and look at that. I will do that very soon. Gout. Anti-inflammatories, and then there's medicines that'll block or remove the uric acids, and then changes to diet, self-care, physical exercise. Well, I was trying to walk, weight loss, I'm trying, and ice packs, which I have been doing since last night. So I'm trying. He might give me a steroid, it says. So I don't know. He's going to be like, literally, girl, how can you have every freaking foot problem in the world? Oh, that was like a trend like a year and a half ago to drink the tart cherries. Even Bethany Frankel was telling us about it. She was probably a paid ad, but whatever. Nick James says, eat tart cherries and that will make it go away too. Okay, are tart cherries literally like cherries? because I can eat cherries. I can pick that. I can put that on the. Are cherries even a thing right now? Like, let's see if they're even popular. If I can get them on my Walmart order for today. Is it regular cherries or is it like that juice? Because I heard it was real, real gross. And I'd rather eat food. Okay, I can get great value pitted dark sweet cherries. Oh, they're frozen. Oh, frozen. So what? What do I got to do? Thaw them out to eat them? I wanted see, I can't get fresh cherries right now. Let me know if I should go ahead and get these frozen ones. Just get the juice if you can't find the cherries. But isn't it gross? Like, I'm sorry. That's like people that say, oh, just drink the apple vinegar cider or whatever. I'm like, Okay, I'm going to put this $3.66 bag of cherries on my thing and see if that helps. But I guess I got to thaw them out. I don't see, I mean, nothing on the little nutrition label is jumping out at me. I mean, it's got a little bit of fiber. It's got a lot of sugar, not a lot, but 18 grams of natural sugar, 1 gram of protein. I mean, 10% of vitamin C. There's nothing popping out at me that's amazing though. So I don't know. Let me know if I need that. Anyways, if you're a royal chumpette, I shared with you the ever annoying bumper on my Suburban, and it is crashed and burned. I do not know what I did. Something had to have hit it, but there's no dents, there's no dings on this particular side. Now on my right side there is. But all of a sudden, a week or two ago, I was driving, going to a comedy show, and there were 6 of us in my car, 3 sets of couples, and the people in the back could hear something. And they're like, pull over. Like, we hear something at your tire. Like, something is bad. Well, I'm looking, and we turned off the radio. I'm like, none of us heard anything. We didn't hit anything. I didn't swerve. There was no trash in the freeway. But we pull over because my tires were saying everything was fine. Like their PSI or whatever, everything was fine on it. There's tart cherry supplements. Okay, I'm just not a supplement girl. I'd rather just eat my food. Add Splenda. Okay. No, I do have some allulose, that stuff. Do we eat dried cherries? No, I don't eat. I like fresh cherries, but I can't seem to get them on the Walmart. Anyways, pulled over off the side of the Beltway in Houston, and my entire driver's side bumper, like the part that I guess the back part is called the bumper where the cameras are. And then it curves around, is all one piece, and it goes about maybe a foot or two before my tire starts. That was just pulled back. Like it must have popped off the side, and then the air from driving, 65, 70 miles on the freeway was just blowing it back in the wind. And that is what my friends were hearing. And we're like, oh my God, what do we do? Do we have to get out? Do we have to leave my car? Do we have to call an Uber? What do we do? We were still going to dinner. We were going to see the Taylor Tomlinson comedy show. So my husband kicks it back in. There's these little spaces, and you could tell that that's where the thing goes back in along the line. So he kicks it back in. Everything was fine. It stayed in for a week. I almost forgot about it. Okay. No, Friday, I'm driving my daughter to go take to be a lifeguard, this 3-day course. And it was about 35, 40 minutes away, all freeway. I get there, didn't hear a thing. Again, like I said, I'd kind of forgotten about it. I didn't take it to the dealer. I didn't take it to the body shop. I kind of forgot about it. It was off again, even worse. And so then I'm freaking out. I'm driving 30 miles per hour. I've got my hazard lights on. I'm in the right-hand lane of the freeway driving home. I was on the feeder road most of the way home. I was freaking out that this was going to come off and hit somebody. Anyways, of course, I get home, take my husband's car to go, because then Friday night we were going to see Matt Matthews. Lisa, I feel bad even telling you this. He wasn't the funniest comedian. He wasn't. And I love comedians. We've seen a gazillion of them. But in the last 3 months, probably, we've seen Matt Rife. We've seen Becky Robinson, the entitled housewife. We've seen Taylor Tomlinson. I feel like there's somebody else. And then Matt Matthews. I feel like there's one more. He was probably the worst of all four. That was just my opinion. He was funny. He was entertaining. Don't get me wrong, but he just wasn't the funniest. Very raunchy. Probably, a couple of years ago, I saw Zach Noe Towers. He was probably more raunchy than Zach Noe Towers. You know what I mean? Yes, I didn't want to offend you. I'm dying to know what you think, and you've got the meet and greet tickets. You're going to have so much fun. You are such a huge Matt Matthews fan. I cannot wait. To hear you. Oh, it's being fixed. Michael Riley says, why aren't you just getting it fixed? I'm confused. Well, literally, I forgot about it. Clearly it's on the driver's side. So I walk past it every time I drive. It was pushed in. So it almost looked normal. It was one of those things you just kept putting off. Like, you don't want to be without your car. My days are busy, what have you. Anyways, so both body shops that I called Saturday morning, first thing, were closed for the weekend. So I called this one, they called me back. I went this morning at 8:05 a.m. He said, let me get the parts price for you. It's $1,613. That's for I guess all bumpers come in black. And so it's white. He has to paint it. He has to put it on, order the part, all the things. So anyways, I don't even know what I did. But literally, I put a video up on my Instagram. It might be gone already. I'm not sure. It was like, if it was paper, it like the wind was like ripping my freaking bumper. It's crazy. And this will be not my original bumper. This is a 2019 Suburban. So I've had it barely 6 years. In March, it was 6 years old. I've had the original bumper. Somebody hit my front bumper within like 6 months, sitting in a parking lot. They, of course, left. The school found it. Somebody saw them and went to my school and said, hey, this car just hit that car, and they just left. So we found out who they were. They fixed it. And then another person hit the rear bumper. So I had to get that fixed, rental car, all the things. Then my rear bumper was hit in another parking lot of the elementary school that I worked at. And that one was fixed. And then like 3 months later, I just went on a tour of SMU College in Dallas, and we're in the feeder, by the freeway, just literally pulled out of SMU campus. There's a big, 6-lane feeder. It's a very wide feeder on this particular freeway in Dallas, Texas. And we're just sitting there at the red light, and just bang, this white utility van, like a air conditioner repair guy, whatever it was, just rams into my bright white Suburban. So we pulled over into the CVS. He fixed that too. So this will be my fourth, the original, the back bumper, and now this will be my fourth back bumper. Seriously, I'm beginning to think it's like something haunted or something. Could have a shopping cart hit it. There's no damage though. You know what I mean? Like, there's no damage. And clearly it's a bumper, so it's meant for like some rugged, whatever. Anyways, I have no idea what I did with it. It's so annoying. Anyways, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe. Make sure you're following me on TikTok and hitting the thumbs up, tapping the screen over on TikTok. I would very much appreciate it. I love the Suburban. I do. I had 3 different Honda Odyssey minivans in my motherhood lifetime. We had a 12-passenger white van at one point because we had all 5 kids in car seats. And it's not the infant car seats that are hardest to put in. It's once they get into a high back booster, because then they have to have the seatbelt next to it. So even though my minivans were 8-passenger, you can't put 5 car seats and get them into the 3rd row and all that stuff easily. I wonder if but it's been like, all that damage was done in like the first 8 months of this car. So it was literally like, I was like, what is going on? Tiva Tamba says maybe it wasn't installed correctly in the first place, but it's all been repaired every single time. It's all one piece, this bumper cover. So you have to replace it every single time. Anyways, Okay. Besides foot problems, besides car problems, I hope you're all having an amazing day. If you have some good news, please share it with us. We could all use some good news. If you need some prayers, if you need some thoughts and good karma, put it in comments. We are one big happy Chumpet community, and we love thinking about and praying for others also. Okay, but let's get into what we're here for. Celebrity news, reality TV, Jeff Lewis. Okay, I did not realize Kim Kardashian 9 years ago when she was in Paris, I think it was for the fashion weeks, all that kind of stuff. She had all this jewelry. That's whenever on Instagram or whatever, I guess Instagram, she used to post like where she's at, real time, whatever, what have you. Like this group of men, apparently they were in their 60s and 70s at the time. This is 9 years ago in Paris. They were called the Grandpa Gang. They are the ones that like robbed her at gunpoint. Like how traumatic was that? I had no idea it was 9 years ago, but I definitely didn't know that they were also had not even gone to trial yet. Like what the hell? Like what is Paris doing with their lawsuit? Like what is their criminal system doing? Hold on, I just saw some Bonnie needs some good news, some good vibes. Her husband starts chemo tomorrow. Bonnie, I'm going to pray for you and your husband and all of your friends and family because it takes a huge village to deal with chemo and being a caretaker and all the things that go along with chemo treatment. So I'm going to pray for all of you. So please accept all of my prayers and good thoughts, my positive vibes for you. Please, with everyone that are thinking about that, send that to Bonnie. But I didn't realize that. But one of these guys has gotten so old that he passed away recently. Other guys are having like dementia issues. So this was like their last one big shebang, and they do it to freaking Kim Kardashian. But I just had no idea that they had never gone on trial. I didn't even know, at the time, I don't think we really heard who was caught. Like they were keeping it a little bit hush hush. Maybe also we weren't getting the same news as Paris since we're in America. So anyways, apparently she is going to testify though. So now, 9 years later, she's got to remember all of that. I can't imagine. From what I remember of it, she was in her hotel and like security was already gone. They were off duty for the night. Or maybe they got past her security. It was really bad. It was a very elaborate, like 10 of these people. And obviously at gunpoint, taking all of her jewelry, her engagement ring at the time that was from Kanye West. Now she's like good riddance. But anyways, don't forget she claimed for a while she was going to quit wearing elaborate jewelry. Well, that didn't last for long, right? So anyways, yes. Thank you. Hey, Dina, how are you? Dina said, I said the same thing when I was going through chemo. It takes a village. It absolutely does. And literally the caretakers need to take care of themselves too, because it really does take a village. Anyways, Andy Cohen on Andy Cohen Live told us about Lucy's birthday party. I think she turns 3 in a couple of days. He had pizza and cake. He got 30 balloons. Okay. So he used to always tell us that's his big tradition with his kids, right? It's on their birthday or at their birthday party, whichever it is. He like fills up the floor with balloons, like 30 helium balloons. And he would always get them at Party City. Well, for weeks, he's like, Party City closed. Like, where am I going to get my balloons now? Right. So he orders them from this place. They were $170 for 30 helium balloons. Now, I can't remember a time in my life that I'm ever not going to be cheap enough to ever think to buy 30 helium balloons, but probably never. But I definitely wouldn't be paying $170 for balloons. Now, balloons will last quite a while, but it takes a lot to impress a 3-year-old nowadays. And Ben is 6. Now they've got TVs and iPads and, all sorts of gadgets. Like balloons aren't exactly the trick anymore. Yes. Cecile says Dollar Tree. If you can catch a Dollar Tree with helium in stock. I can't tell you how many times I've driven the 12 minutes down one way to our local Dollar Tree and they've been out of helium. It's so annoying. But when you catch the Dollar Tree with the helium, I'm more than happy to pay the $1.25 per balloon at the Dollar Tree. Like, I will get all the balloons for that. You know what I mean? Oh, there's still a shortage? Nick James says helium is expensive. There's a shortage. But it's been like that for a couple of years now. Yes, Bonnie says 30 helium balloons, and he wanted to keep her party simple. Well, I mean, in a sense, he didn't exactly tell us what the activity ended up being. Remember, he was saying they weren't really doing anything. He was going to order pizza. He got a couple of cakes. Even his cake was like $180. And he was like, it was a pretty simple cake. Like, they literally, I want to see a picture of it. He said they literally stuck kind of this Minnie Mouse little plastic whatever. And I'm like, oh, honey, like, no. And of course, John Hill's like, well, that even sounds expensive for New York City. He's like, well, that sounds about right for the balloons. And I was like, what? $170 for balloons? Anna says it's the helium that's expensive. Jeez Louise. But I bet he said most of them were like normal, like pink, regular helium balloons. He did have like 4 Minnie Mouse ones, which those are probably, in New York City, what do you think a balloon costs? $7.95, probably. So that's $28 right there. He got a letter 3. That's again probably $7.95. Maybe even the Minnie Mouse ones were even more expensive. I don't know. I just don't think a simple balloon, helium or not, should be more than $3. That's my price. But $1.25 is much better. Anyways, it was super cute. Love hearing them talk. John Hill loves spending time in New York, so I don't know if he's going to move there. Somebody thought that maybe he and Jeff were on the outs. And I'm like, no, I don't. They're like, he hasn't been on in a while, but I think it's because John Hill has been in New York now twice for like 3 to 4 weeks. I think he's kind of inching back into moving back to New York City. You know what I mean? Christina, welcome. You're number 40. Okay, there's 177 people on here right now. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up button and make sure you comment. I would really appreciate it. All of that just helps. Make sure you hit the thumbs up over on TikTok. I would appreciate it. We've got over 2,000 thumbs up, or tap the screen on TikTok, whatever it's called. I keep wanting to say. What does that say? Start flash goal. I don't know what that means. We're not having a flash over on YouTube. I don't know what that means. Susie says, what is John Hill doing in New York City? I don't know. I don't think sometimes he does his shows. I don't know that he's promoted much of his shows. I think he's just living life. I think he was just getting a little bored of LA. Anyways, okay. We chatted about this last night on my Royal Chumpettes Instagram subscriber, but the pin at apartment 210, it was a Dateline episode that I think came on Friday night. I am fascinated by this. I literally went to sleep thinking like, oh my God, what would I really do? Would I really break into this apartment? I'm like, yes. Okay. So the pin at apartment 210 is heartbreaking for a lot of reasons. First of all, it is Thanksgiving 2022. Okay. So just a couple of years ago, couple days before Thanksgiving, this family's granny passes away from cancer, kind of sudden, kind of fast. So they're all at the hotel. They're all upset. The cousins, the sisters, the mom, all the things. But that night, so they make plans. These cousins make plans. Let's still do Thanksgiving. Let's get all the food together. We know our moms won't want to do it. They're so upset about their mom passing away. But let's get together and do Thanksgiving. So this 22-year-old Jasmine, who goes by Jazzy, doesn't show up to Thanksgiving. She's not answering her calls. She's not texting. And so they're like, well, that's weird. Well, then she texts her cousin and says something like, oh, a change of plans. I'm actually going to South Carolina. This was in Tennessee, by the way. I'm actually going to go with a friend and spend Thanksgiving with her family. And then it said something weird like, for everything that's been happening, everything that's been going on lately. It was kind of weird. Like, well, are y'all fighting? Like, what's going on? But the mom is like, no, this is not right. There's no way she would not be answering. There's no way she wouldn't be calling to check on me. My mom, beloved granny, just passed away. She's grieving, but we're also very close. She would be checking on me also, especially on Thanksgiving, the first holiday after granny passed away. So then she realizes, wait, she's only 22 years old. Jazzy is on my cell phone plan. So she pops into Verizon and says, look, I need you to look at this phone number. Tell me who's been calling her. Has she texted? Has she accepted any calls? Has she made any calls out? She finds this 71-minute phone call, I think the night that Granny died. And it was to this guy that they traced the number back, and they realized this is a guy that she had been dating for a few months. So clearly not a boyfriend, clearly not someone close enough to go up to the hospital where Granny was passing away and all of that, but somebody that she had been dating, somebody that they knew. But I don't think they were afraid of him. I don't think they had any signs that he was a bad guy. None of that. Oh, heartbreaking. Call the police. It's even on the video cam. And mind you, it's Thanksgiving by now. They're like calling the police going, hey, you need to put out a missing persons report. She is 22 and I understand that, but I'm telling you there's something wrong. And they're like, well, an investigator's been assigned, we'll whatever, basically she'll show up. No, they think to myself, oh, wait a minute. We've already got the phone. I'm going to call this guy. So they call the guy, forget his name. They call the guy. And with the police footage coming, the camera, I'm doing like this, like it's the camera, the footage from the police officer. And the mom says, when's the last time you talked to Jazzy? Well, he lies and says he had talked to her days before that. Well, she mutes the guy and tells the police, look, I'm telling you, y'all need to find this guy. Here's his first and last name. Here's his phone number. Y'all need to find this guy and ask him because he is lying right now about the last time. I'm looking at the phone records and he was talking to her for 71 minutes, right? At this time, the mom doesn't know. I say the worst part. I mean, clearly the worst part, spoiler alert, is she's murdered, right? It's a Dateline episode, right? The worst part, though, is since the mom was mourning the passing of her own mom, Granny, she missed a text message from her daughter, Jazzy, that night and never saw it until days later that she had dropped a pin with the exact location of the apartment that she was in, minutes before a neighbor heard this blood-curdling yell. A yell so loud that they got up and wrote down the time of the yell. Now, did they call 911? Did they call the security of the apartment complex? Did they go knock on the door and say, what's going on? Are you okay? No, none of that happened. Maybe if they did, maybe they could have saved Jazzy's life. So obviously, if you ever hear anything so blood-curdling that you literally get up and write the time down so you can tell about it to the police later, go ahead and call the police. Maybe don't knock on the door because nowadays you never know what's going on. And clearly there was a murder going on. Anyways, so she gets that information, but they realize she goes to the apartment. So she's got her phone. So she's got this pinpoint, right? This pin location. And she's trying to find out the exact apartment. So she gets close to this apartment 210 and it dings. So that's the apartment. They go knocking on some people's apartments around it and ask, hey, have you seen this guy? And they're like, he's not been there, but that is his apartment. That guy does live there. Exactly. What city? I think it was Tallahassee. No, it was not Nashville. It was a city. He goes to college there, whatever the college was. It was like University of Tennessee at something. So I can't remember the city, but it definitely wasn't Nashville. It's Tallahassee? No, that's Florida. What's in Tennessee? I don't know. I know. Christina and Cecile are like, but nobody called for help. How do people not call? I mean, right? Dana says, Jesus, how would you ever get over missing that dropped pin? That's what I'm telling you. It's the worst. I mean, clearly the worst is that her precious 22-year-old daughter was murdered for no reason. Basically the police, she gets near the apartment. It's locked. The police are basically saying, look, we can't go in there. We can't do anything. We have no reason. You know what I mean? They go down and get a credit card and mama opens that damn apartment complex, that apartment. So they don't really see anything that he'd already cleaned it up. But they open a drawer and see his driver's license or his ID, a notepad, I think, with his name on it. So they knew he lived there. So they had that proof. They're like, this is the apartment. This is the pen that she had dropped. She clearly was too scared to type anything else or had no other option to type anything. Yes, the University of Tennessee at Knoxville. That's exactly where it was because he had a different hat on. And then the mom sees her daughter's wallet, like all piled up nicely in a drawer, like her ID, everything, her So then she knew, right? But they had no body. They had no proof. All they were doing is it's Thanksgiving weekend. The police are being a little bit sleepy about things. They feel like, oh, she's 22. She'll show up. She probably went somewhere. And they're like, no, I'm telling you, this is not normal for Jazzy. Come to find out, he had murdered her. We still don't know the reason. Obviously, he pled not guilty. Or I think he said guilty, but then he claimed like it was in defense. Like he claimed self-defense on this 98-pound 22-year-old. He claims that she had seen that he was flirting with other girls in a dating app, and then she had come after him, and then he murders her. I don't know. They don't say 60 stab wounds. 60. In and out, in and out, in and out. That is not like self-defense. That is anger. That is horrific. Horrific. Puts her in a garbage bag, puts her in luggage, dumps her along the Tennessee River. Her beloved Tennessee River. She loved the river. That was like her peaceful time. Such an awful story. Definitely a crime of passion. Definitely a crime of passion. So gross though, right? To plead self-defense because he wanted a lesser. He didn't want, so he's like 22 at the time also. They met at college. He's wanting a lesser thing for whatever. I know. Michael Riley's like, this is why I don't watch shows like this. It's awful. But just knowing that the mom got that text and she could have called the police right away and said, something's wrong. I don't know what it is, but something's wrong. Yes. Dana says, what a brave young woman to drop the pen. How horrible. She knew he would kill her. Just awful. Just awful. Anyways. Okay. On to lighter news. Little 90-Day Fiance, season 11. I watched episode 10 and episode 11 this weekend. They're 2 hours each, y'all. It's getting to where it could have been an email. Like every episode, I'm like, did anything ever happen? Shekinah and Sarper go to Montana or somewhere where she's from. Now, Shekinah grew up Amish. I mean, if you see, I would think everything about Shekinah is fake, but clearly looking at her, so she's got 5 sisters. I don't know if she has any brothers, but she's one of 6 daughters. Their last names are like Mariah. What were the other ones? Shekinah. They all end with like an AH. Maybe they're biblical names. Not really sure. I don't really know all those names in the Bible. If I have, I've forgotten them. But they all have these big lips. So that's definitely a genetic thing. Or they've all just gotten lip plumper. I don't know. But she grew up like no electricity. I mean, all the things. So she goes back. They have dinner with 3 of her sisters and Sarper. He makes a much better impression on them because he did not make a good impression the first time. But they go to episode 11, and it's like they get into this huge fight. The cameras weren't there. She's calling production. He's being so gross. Talk about like he's going to get back on a plane and go back to Turkey. And instead of like he used to be with 2,500 different women. Yes, he has banged 2,500 different women. He had like a notepad with not names, just like little tally marks, like not even first names. And he's like telling his cousin, oh, I'm not just going to be with 2,500. I'm going to be with 3,500 women now. I mean, it was so gross. He can go like this whole season. I've been like, oh my God, I'm actually happy for Shekinah and Sarper. Like seriously, there's a special. Wait, what? Heather said those are a special naked Amish sect. Naked? Oh my gosh. Oh yes. Dana Maria says that's why I'm watching Love on the Spectrum. So wholesome. I can't do true crime right now. I need sweet or funny. I kind of agree. I mean, although why did I watch that one? And why do I watch them when I've got, 3 daughters away at college and I watch a I watch a true crime on a 22-year-old college girl getting murdered, like, ugh. Hits a little close to home, right? But that text message about the pen, I was just dying. Okay, Maddie proposes to Stevie on the beach. They're trying to plan their wedding very quickly because I guess it'll save some money. He cannot get, so in his religion, coming from Iran, in his culture, I don't know if it's his religion. I don't know that he's religious. I think he's cultural. Big difference. And he keeps doing things that is definitely going against his religion and culture. So I think he must not be very religious. He's cultural, but very much does not believe in lesbian or gay or bisexual. So he's very interested to know that Stevie, who paints naked women only, he wants to know that she's not also a lesbian. Well, she keeps not really answering him. Like, she's offended. And I'm like, are you doing this for the TV show? Because I think it's okay of you to absolutely tell your fiance, look, I'm not into women. I've never been into women. You have nothing to worry about. Because I think he should know that. I mean, as much as it's her past, it can also be part of her future. So if he then finds out, oh, I've had relationships with women, or I'm interested in women, or I'm interested in men and women, I just think he has a right to know because it really, really bothers him. Wait, what? Oh, Yvonne Gale says, I can't give you LA Law yet. In my mind, I remind myself constantly this is fake. Those Real Cops shows are so intense and scary. They're sometimes too much. Yeah. Well, in Dateline, they're all real. And I'm like, ugh. I don't know. What do you think? Like, I feel like she needs to absolutely tell her. I mean, exactly. We talked about this on Friday. Heather says JoJo Siwa is now in love with the guy that she met on Big Brother UK. Like, she broke up with her. I think she was a fiance. I think she proposed to this girl. And now she's saying, I'm not lesbian. I'm actually queer, which is kind of not defining it as much, right? I know. I feel like that's the problem with all of these 90-Day Fiance people. I feel like they don't give enough respect. Like, the Americans want everyone to think the way Americans do, and whatever country the other partner's from wants them to think the way they do. And I'm like, you got to be very open. Like, if you're going to get married, potentially have children together, you got to be respectful of both cultures. And I feel like they do a terrible job of that. I forget where you wrote that. Anyways, somebody wrote that. JoJo better hang on to her money. Uh-oh. Oh, you think the guy's there for the money? Wait, does JoJo end up winning? Wait, what? Well, she's not calling herself bisexual anymore. Southern Bells, Teresa says JoJo must be bi. Good for her. Her and Oscar. No, I'm kidding. Yes. Okay. Really? D, you think Love Hotel's a snooze fest? Oh, I actually like it so far, but I didn't realize it was a freaking 2-hour premiere, so I'm not finished with it yet. Shanda says, I'm enjoying Love Hotel. Need more men. I think they get men to come and go, right? Don't they get some to leave? JoJo Siwa is worth $18 million. Wow. Like, all those JoJo Siwa backpacks, all those hair bows, all the things. Oh my gosh. Wait, tonight? Is it tonight? What's on Lifetime? I wrote that down for a different night. Is that tonight? Lisa said Dr. Pimple Popper and Gypsy Rose is on Lifetime tonight. I know there's a Lifetime. I don't think it's a documentary. I think it's more like a biopic, they call it. There's a lot of biopics I want to watch soon. Anyways, that one comes on soon. Oh, no, not Gypsy Rose. I'm thinking of the Honey Boo Boo one on May 17th. I've got that written in my calendar. I love that I watch these on them. Try Love Hotel. It's cuter than you would think. Trust me. And I mean, we'll chat about it in a second. Okay, so Mina goes and meets with her fiance Mark's ex, Jade. They got along really well. You think it's gonna be drama. There's really no drama. Like, I think Mina just realizes that maybe Mark wasn't quite so honest with her about some things. But again, they've been together 5 years. I'm like, get the freak over it. Okay. Jessica and Juan again. Jessica's best friend, Megan, like, she needs to calm the hell down. Like, she is upset. She is more upset with Juan than Jessica is over Juan cheating on Jessica. I'm like, Megan, like, you're not in this relationship. Like, you didn't have the baby with him. Why are you so upset? It was crazy. This throuple. Oh my God, they're getting so weird. Again, we talked about it last week where the girl, Annie, whatever, the girl that lives in Tijuana, um, tells Amini that she's really more into her and not necessarily more into the Matt guy. So now we know on the next episode, Amini finally tells Matt that, which he gets upset that she took a couple of days to tell her. And then we now know on the next episode coming up that Amini like plans a date for her husband and their girlfriend so they can get together even more. Like, wait, what? It's so weird. It's so weird. Lifetime. Teresa says, what station does Honey Boo Boo documentary come on? It's on Lifetime, May 17th. Yeah. There's a lot of good TV coming up. I mean, Love Hotel started last night on Bravo. God, there's so much coming up. What else? Let's see. Oh, I just wrote this one down. On Friday, May 9th, speaking of true crime, something on Netflix called A Deadly American Marriage. Don't even know what that is. On May 10th, The Judd Family on Lifetime. So I definitely want to watch that. Remember, she killed herself, the mom. May 15th, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives comes on Hulu, season 2. May 17th, I Was Honey Boo Boo comes on Lifetime. Like there's one more thing. Obviously, The Valley just started. Oh, on May 26th, the 90 Day Fiance Hunt for Love starts. Oh, my trashy shows. What other trash? Oh, and then on June 3rd is the Next Gen NYC show. That's the show with like Treach the Judice's kid, Marks Brooks, Ariana, whatever, Kim Zolciak's kid. Oh, yeah. Watching Mormons one season was enough. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch this season too. Those girls really know how to do TV. They really do. Oh no, yeah, Honey Boo Boo has, but it's not on right now. Yvonne Gal, Honey Boo Boo had a reality show on WeTV, but this is going to be. I think is it a documentary? It's something like that. I don't know. Oh, I haven't started the season of 1,000 Pound Sisters yet. Christina says, did the 1,000 Pound Sister bite the camel that bit her? I don't think so. Did she? I know that episode aired where the camel bit her, but they got in trouble because they were on gummies or had weed in the car with her 2 kids, her 2 little boys. Crazy. Oh my God. I actually forgot about that. Joel Kim Booster. Wait, what's his name? Is that his name? Joel Kim Booster? No. Yeah, Joel Kim Booster. Oh my God, I forgot about that, Teresa. She says, do you recall when the Love Hotel host complained about Shanna Bador, saying that she was real rude to people and made the cast feel uneasy and stuff? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Me too. Me too. Kimberly says, I just finished The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I love it so damn much. Me too. Definitely thought it was good. Wait, they haven't? Lisa says I guess I've seen the video of it because they've showed it, I guess, on previews. I've got it recorded. I just haven't started this season of 1,000 Pound Sisters yet. Lisa says they haven't aired that 1,000 Pound episode yet. Oh my gosh. Yes, they do make an appearance on Vanderpump Villa. I don't know if y'all gotta really hype me up to watch Vanderpump Villa season 2 because so far I'm just not feeling it. Michael Riley, talk about a diva. I'm waiting for sushi delivery. I'm starving. Oh my gosh. No, it's Joel Kim Booster, not Bowen Yang. I don't know if Bowen Yang would. I don't know. I think he's too big with his podcast and Saturday Night Live. I don't think he would host the thing. What does that mean? I could read the old school symbols. I'm so proud that you could read the old school symbols. I don't know what that means. Anyways. 90 Day Fiance. Why are you 2 hours? Why do I keep watching? Greg. So see, episode 11 is Greg with his fiance, because they've already gotten engaged, from Uganda. The mom who they live with is very involved. He's still got to pay a dowry. He has no money. No money. Someone said he was recently on a TikTok live and he still says he has no job. I'm like, geez Louise. Like, at some point I assume they got married. She then has to apply, I think, for a green card. And then I think 6 months to a year later, however fast it happens, then she can start working in the US. If I were her and her culture, I would be pissed if my husband was not working yet. Like, there's no reason he can't work, like literally. But the mom decides that she doesn't want to host the wedding at the house. She doesn't want to be doing all the work and cleaning up in the backyard and the food and the drinks and the alcohol. And what if it rains? So she goes to a hall. They get this hall, a whole ass wedding, everything, open bar for, I think they said 75 guests, $8,900. Like, that is a fan-freaking-tastic. That was the food. That was the DJ. I think the photographer, open bar the whole time. I mean, did I hear it wrong? I swear they said $8,900. And I was like, geez Louise, like, I got 4 daughters' weddings to pay for. We might make sense to fly everybody up to New York and get married there, right? Crazy. Sean goes and has Aaliyah in his engagement party. They've been dating like 5 years. He really hasn't told anyone anything about her, that she's transitioned, what her name was, that they're engaged, that they have to get married within 90 days. Like, I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? Ugh. 90 Day Fiance. Why do I watch that? They need to stop doing the shows, because then I will have a reason to quit watching them. But when they keep having them, like 90 Day Fiance, Love to Hunt, Love for the Hunt, or whatever it's called, coming up, I'm going to watch it. It's ridiculous. Oh, who was talking about that? Was it Jeff Lewis? Sherry says, friends and neighborhoods with my BF boyfriend, John Hamm, is great. Is that the show they were talking about today? Getting it all mixed up. I quit watching Hacks, but I really liked season 1 of it. But they take so long between the things, and then I just forgot what freaking streaming thing it was on. You know what I mean? I don't watch the Pillow Talk. I like it. I like the people that go on Pillow Talk and talk. I really do like it. I just can't, because I've already watched the show, and they pretty much watch the show and show them talking about it on their couch. And I'm like, I guess it's kind of like Julie and Brandy's show, right? Their Vanderpump Rules recap that they did on their couch, whatever that was called. Anyways, okay. Love Hotel started last night. It's on Bravo. I think you can also get it on Peacock. It's cute. Giselle from Potomac is on. Ashley from Potomac. Now, Ashley's the youngest of them all. She's like 36, maybe. 2 little boys. The other 3 are like early 60s or late 50s. So there's Luann. Her kids are grown. Shannon Bedore, she's 60. Her kids are grown. And Giselle is all 3 of her daughters are in college. So, I think Ashley wants more kids. They bring out maybe, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, maybe 8 guys. Luann is ballsy. She is like sitting, they're all being nice to everyone, just kind of, what are you doing? Where do you live? Were you married? How long were you married? Do you have kids? All the things. They're just kind of being very generic with each other. But this whole show is Joel Kim Booster saying, look, we really were making this specific to you. So I really think they got some guys specific, like the guys don't seem to be competing with each other yet. It doesn't seem gross yet, which hopefully it'll stay like lighthearted and stuff. But I think he says, look, we kind of mingled in some guys for Shannon based on what you want. We mingled in some guys for Countess Luann based on what you want. Some guys for Ashley, some guys for Giselle. So it seems really cute so far. But Luann is like sitting down on the beach talking to these two guys. It's going well. And all of a sudden she's like, please excuse me, I need to go to the ladies' room. She immediately, now this could be editing, she immediately has her arm wrapped around another guy and was like, so, hi, what's your name? What do you, whatever. The two guys see it and they're like, she's not even coming back. Like she's already moved on talking to other guys. Like, let's get up and let's go get a stiff drink. Like seriously, they were like, oh my gosh. Wait, what? Cecile says those young men were used and taken advantage of. Which ones? Okay, so I haven't finished it yet. So I found it on, I guess I hadn't set it up to record yet. It's now on my DirecTV to record, but I had to find it on the on-demand. Well, then it's like got the commercials, some of the commercials taken out. It was still an hour, 30 minutes. So it must have been a 2-hour show and they took some of the commercials out. But I was like, dang. Oh, are y'all talking about, wait, Yvonne Gal. Wait, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Are you talking about whenever Shannon tells the guy about her DUI? Yeah. Wait, what dirt on John Hamm? It was an hour? Well, okay. Well, I'm watching it and it won't let me fast forward and it said an hour 30 on demand. So I thought it was a 2-hour show. Okay, I'm confused. I need to finish it after this. Anyways, I think it's cute. They had to ask every girl had to ask a guy out, and Shannon was like, I'm 60 years old. I've never asked a guy out before. She asked a guy out that I think his name was Earl. I didn't think she would be into, but he's very sweet. It was very cute. Oh, Watch What Happens Live was on part of it. Oh, that's weird that they tacked on the Watch What Happens Live on the on-demand one. Okay, that's weird. Wait, who has John Hamm dirt? Okay, Watch What Happens Live is part of the hour and a half. Okay, that's so weird. Because I always record Watch What Happens Live. Wait, John Hamm has some, okay, wait. Oh, his wiener. Wait, is that bad news? Yeah, he's always had a rumor of a big wiener, John Hamm. What are y'all saying that's bad? Gossip. I'm going to put in John Hamm gossip. He addressed the decade-long rumor about his underwear preferences. He also discussed his journey toward marriage and happiness with Osceola, sobriety, and the rocket ride he experienced during his time on Mad Men. I don't see anything bad. I mean, like he's going to say he doesn't have a big wiener. It's throbbing. It hurts so bad. Anyways, old people problems. Look at AUS comment. AUS. Okay, very serious. Happened at the Uni of Texas, 1990 or 91. The victim is an accomplished man who has his law degree in MD. Like, that's a long, long time ago, though. Like, he would have been. But what are y'all saying happened? Parking tickets. Was he drunk? Okay, I don't know what it's saying. Anyways, apparently something happened in the 90s, maybe in college. Teresa says his wiener is all good. John beat a classman when he was a freshman. Like really bad, or like a fight? I mean, I don't know. Hazing at school at a fraternity. Oh, well, sadly, in the 90s, that's more common than people want to admit. Oh, sexual assault. SA. Oh. Interesting. Okay, that is awful. Okay, let's get into today's Jeff Lewis Live. Sarah Colonna, Ryan Bailey run the first hour. Margaret Cho and Carney Wilson run the second hour. Margaret Cho. Now, I normally remember her as a comedian. I guess she wants to be known as a singer. She's got an album out that she's trying to sell. I don't think she's going to sell many albums based on the little piece that they played. It wasn't. What did y'all think? I think a lot of y'all didn't even listen to the second hour. It was boring. I mean, there's no other way to put it. I mean, the kitchen remodel talk, the wrong grout, the one of the girls from the girl flip calls in and defends herself. I mean, it was just weird. I was just like, ugh. Wait, what are you talking about? Gray sweatpants season? It is not gray sweatpants season. It is April, almost May, y'all. Y'all just talking about big wieners. Oh, Mary says, I thought Margaret Cho was disgusting. So, she was so I guess she's a lesbian, or I guess she's bi. She was married to a man for 12 years. She's definitely been with women for like 30 or 40 years, so a long time. Definitely gave details about some oral stuff that I just think she could have just not said 3 or 4 times. Like even Carney was like, ew, ew, ew. Like even she was getting a little whatever. Sarah and Ryan on the first hour. Basically Jeff is telling Shane he needs to not talk like a gay guy. And I'm like, but he is. And he's like, but you don't exactly talk, Anyways, it was very interesting. What else did he say? There was something, Jackie Schimmel called in because while they were at this retreat, this Cabo influencer weekend thing, Jeff kept thinking that there was a woman there that was trans, and he really wanted to know, but he didn't want to ask outright. And Jackie was saying, no, she's not. Or if she is, let her be. Like, why do you need to know? Jameson was very uncomfortable with it. Like, let's move on. Let's not have this conversation. For sure. But Jeff was like, no, is it wrong? Like, I was even asking, like, what's your first name on your birth certificate? And I'm sure that girl, was like, wait, why is he asking about my birth certificate? It was so weird. Wait, what did you say? Christina says, I thought Jeff would stop being nasty towards Carney when he finally got to give advice on her flip, but I was wrong. I mean, yeah, and she's taking advantage. Not advantage. She's taking offense that he is basically saying all of her choices were bad because she's made those choices kind of along with the 2 girl flip girls. Even though they claim they're not designers, the one is like, look, I'm a contractor, I'm a builder. But, she clearly gives her opinion, and she probably, like I had an interior designer for my bathroom and kitchen remodels. And even whenever I do paint, she gives me advice. But, even the contractor, they even knew like what's popular right now, and he'll be like, oh, I'm installing a lot of this, this is very trendy, what have you. But I think it looks bad. And clearly we know now, Carney's either getting this done for free. She's doing a lot of content with Girl Flip. She's tagging them. She's promoting them a lot. I mean, Girl Flip needs to hurry up and finish Carney's kitchen so they can move on to something else. I mean, you can't be making, $400,000 off one kitchen. So you need to hurry up and move on. Sherry says, I think Margaret Cho could feel it getting stale, so she went with her shock factor stuff, but Carney has no space getting grossed out by anyone. I mean, Carney used to talk about farting and pooping all the time. Like, ugh. Yeah, I think he really is so curious, but I just wonder, how does he not know that can't be said? Dee says, Jeff can be so rude. He doesn't care if he hurts people's feelings, clearly. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure John Hamm doesn't want that talked about. But also, what if it's a complete lie? What if it wasn't even him? What if he was in the fraternity? Maybe he was even there and it was somebody else. Like, I don't know. That's a long time ago, 1990 or 1991. And also, I'm just saying, I don't have any, my 3 daughters are the ones in college. but they definitely tell me some stuff. And even in the 2020s, there's some awful stuff that goes on for fraternity hazing, even nowadays, and it's gotten much better. But in the 90s, y'all, I bet it was real bad. So if we want to think that that stuff didn't happen, I'm not saying, I'm not taking up from, I'm saying it's really bad. She televised her gastric bypass, Tiva Tambo says. I don't even think I knew that she had gastric bypass. Sorry, it's making me do this puzzle thing to keep going over on TikTok. Okay, I had to keep doing that. What'd you think whenever they talked about the Humble Brag podcast and Patrick is upset at Reza and Joey? And I'm like, I think he should be. I think they definitely Crystal and Cynthia were kind of taking up for Patrick, but Reza and Joey, especially Joey, was definitely saying some things about Patrick and Paul. So definitely I understand why he's upset. What is it about? I still don't understand this, and it feels like Jeff is having some questions about this. So I think Joey comes on tomorrow. I can't remember. Comes on this week, I'm sure. Resorts World reimbursed Joey already of $1,500. I mean, they didn't even blink and gave him a check for $1,500 for this outfit that Joey says he paid $3,000 for. I did not hear Joey say he paid $3,000. He might have said it was worth $3,000. I feel like he said something about like the outfit was given to him and it was worth a certain amount. But that's different if you didn't pay for it. I feel like he said he paid for it, but it was less money. Like maybe it was part of a deal or something. You know what I mean? Bonnie says, Joey was such a baby on that Humble Brag and they all talked over each other too much. I had to turn it off. I did keep watching it, but Sherry says, you guys notice how someone gets a hit show and then the smear campaigns begin. Roseanne, Tim Allen, John Hamm, not to mention all the podcasters. I mean, that can be true and stuff can be true. And then stuff can be lies. Like clearly things have lied about me. Dumb stuff like people have told me, oh, on Reddit, they say you're lying. You really have 4 sons and 1 daughter. And I'm like, why would I lie about the gender of my children? Like for one thing, who cares? They say my husband's a doctor. I'm like, no, he's not. But who cares? Who cares what my husband's profession is? He's not involved in this. Like, it's so stupid. But definitely the lies they say to the comments, to the Reddit, to Jeff, to Shane, to whoever. Big things like saying that I stalk him, that I stalk Monroe at her school. I'm like, absolutely lies. But that's very hurtful and very damaging to me and my accounts and all the hard work that I put into. So it's ridiculous. So from little lies that are stupid, but it makes it seem like I'm the liar when I'm talking about having 4 daughters and 1 son, and people are like, she's lying about that. I'm like, what? Like, I literally use my first and last name on Facebook. Like anyone could verify this. It's so crazy. Yeah. Cecile says it's ick when people talk about how much something cost them. I hate when people ask me how much I paid for something. Yeah, I think I would only do that if it was a really good friend. But also, all my friends know that I'm very frugal with money. So if they get something on sale, they're going to be very proud to tell me. Like nobody brags to me about a $4,000 pair of shoes because I would be like, ew. But if you were into $4,000 pairs of shoes, that would be impressive to some guys, to some people, but not to me. Anyways, yeah, the second hour was just a little. Not much going on. You know what? You know who sounds interesting? Margaret's parents that are still alive, living the life. I mean, Margaret's like 59. So her parents have to be at least, I would think, 79-ish, or if not, I don't know. They're still like hanging out, living in a retirement home. Cherry juice from a health food store. Is this really going to help my foot, though? Okay, I'll see what the doctor says tomorrow. I did order these. Oh, I need to put my Walmart order in so I can pick up tonight. Oh my gosh. Still haven't done that. I'm so bummed that I can't walk on my foot. Like I want to take my walks. Like it's much less that I'm, hobbling inside the house. What are there some good things I need to add to my Walmart? I don't know. Our bread this morning. Don't tell my son, but I went to make his peanut butter sandwich. Oh, I need more avocados because I opened up a really yucky avocado. Oh, I know we need more oatmeal cream pies. Taquitos. My kids eat one of my kids eats taquitos. Okay. Yeah. More tuna. Anyways. And the bread was wet on the side of it. And I was like, wait, what? So then I put my hand down the hole. It says it's in nature's own honey wheat bread. Then I put my hand, there was probably this much more bread left. So a lot of the package, I put my hand in the side of it and it was all like wet. And I'm like, how? I know. Cecile says, the thing is, Sarah, you need to listen to the doctor. Oh, I just thought walking would be okay. I don't power walk. I don't like climb inclines or anything like that. You know what I mean? Oh, but see, I mean, clearly I watch and listen. I listen to both, but normally I just thought the second hour was, I don't know. Tiva Tampa says, I have to admit, I'm not listening to the second hour. It's a lot. It's a lot to listen to. 2 hours is a lot. Yeah, that apple, I had to throw that. The second apple I got was really good, though. I had to order more apples on my Walmart, too. I got one that was super milly. Ugh. So luckily I bit it and taste and then spit it out. Cecile says, I saw your apple. Yuck. I cut my apples. I normally just eat them normal. I mean, I did a 6K, but it was like walking and jogging. I know. Got all sorts of excuses, don't I? Anyways, please don't push or strain your feet. I know. I got to get it better. So annoying. Oh, I have a stationary bike. I feel like even if I went to the pool right now, it would be, do not tell my podiatrist. It would move my toe. You know what I mean? The water movement, I feel like would push on my big toes. I don't even think it'd be good for it. Like swimming. Ugh. Anyways. Oh, well. I will ice it. I will rest it the rest of the night. I will not go on a walk today. I can't walk. Trust me. I couldn't even do it if I was in a boot. I guess if I was in a boot, I could walk, but what point would that be? Anyways, well, thank you so much for joining live. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. I would very much appreciate it. And I will see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye, Chumpets.